Hi guys, welcome to Evolution Mindset. So today we've got a wonderful guest, Veronika, and she will be here to discuss about trauma, being an understanding of how humans go through traumas, and as children as well, how we deal with that. So here today, I'm pleased to announce that I've got Veronika Whyte. She is a child and family psychotherapist and a media host, passionate about making psychology accessible and transformative. With a background spanning from psychology to linguistics, education, and expertise in therapy, Veronika's speciality in children-centered play therapy, family systems, and trauma-informed practice, supporting children and family to build emotional safety. Beyond the therapy room, Veronika is a creative host for Psychology for Us, a TV show exploring human behavior, relationship, identity, and transforming through real conversations with therapy.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me, Avril, and then really bringing up this very important topic for so many, which is trauma-informed circle, or the series of it. And we can look at it at so many angles, but I love being here and answer some questions related to my work.
Yes, so I have a question. You specialize in child-centered play therapy. How do you help children begin to express and process trauma when they don't they don't have that language for it?
Yes. Well, I guess I will start from the end of the question, because as you said, they don't have the language yet, and that has been quite a problem for therapy for children quite a while. And so the play is their language, especially from 0 to 7. And then when we see children and they have some trauma, they can't really verbalize what happened to them, or sometimes it's not even what happened to them, but how they interpreted some situation in the family or in the educational establishment. So play is their language, and how we go about it. The child is there, and it's child-led therapy. So we really observe maybe 3-4 sessions. Of course, we need for establishing connection and that rapport and trust. But then we'll be observing the patterns and scenarios they play. And the play itself, it realigns it over the time. And for example, from the theme of, let's say, chaos and instability, when the child will pull in every single toy, to the middle and not knowing how to play, way to play, or if they can't concentrate on something, then over the number of sessions, they'll be just playing from the perspective of mastery, integration, resolution, and you'll see it through the play. And the beauty of it is you don't have to reinforce the trauma. You don't have to ask horrible questions, for a child sometimes what happened to them. You actually don't speak about it at all. And I believe that's just an amazing modality for the children.
Yeah, that's I'm trying to go back to my childhood with the traumas, and it doesn't really help when you feel that pain again. So when you're trying to connect and have that connection, it's good not to feel that first, and then just go ahead and just give it a try, just feeling like dipping your feet into the cold water, so to speak. But yeah, I have a question. In your work with family systems, what patterns do you often see when trauma is passed down from generation, and how does this approach breaking that cycle? How does that help into breaking that cycle?
That's a really global question, I'd say. And you touched based on that just now with your comment about when you had that trauma, or, I can only assume, but generational trauma, as you said, and it's slightly different. And we're very privileged that nowadays it's normalized to help a child and listen to a child. Really, I believe only a couple of decades ago, it wasn't even a thing. And that's probably where generational trauma would sit. Sometimes, the people from past generation, they still believe that it's not even necessary. There is, well, you just grow up, or you grow up normal. But little do they know, this normal person who has been through all sorts of therapy, coaching, and tried so many different things just to overcome that trauma. And yes, so intergenerational is bringing that awareness to between generations, not just, saying, oh, your upbringing was bad, there was nothing good about it, but really just to bring awareness, well, we are evolving, and that's exactly your channel is about that, the evolvement, the transformation, and just to really bring awareness. And we will only know with our children what trauma they will tell with us, because the trauma, again, is not exactly what happened and how the child interprets it. And as much as parents, we want the best for our children, from our perspective, we still bring ourselves as a main tool, moving forward these values on them and instilling something, what we feel is important, or based on our trauma. We're like, okay, you heard many examples. Sometimes people didn't have any toys, so it would bring every single possible toy for their child, or they never went out with their parents. So these parents, have schedule really, really packed with activities. They're like, I'll bring my child to every single place. So we also operate from our own trauma, and it would be amazing if parents would be involved as much as their children in therapy.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it's hard to get parents there.
Yes, you're right. And sometimes parents do feel that pressure that if they do bring a child to therapy, it's somehow the sign on them that they haven't done a good job, or something's wrong with their child. It's really not like that. So bring that awareness that it's normal. It's normal to do the exercise, and you don't have to be severely overweight or severely diagnosed with something to do the exercise. You can start from any point of your life. Same as with mental fitness. And I'd say in current situation, the emotional regulation, that would be sitting at the top priorities. There are so many things people can do, but emotionally regulating themselves, one of the hardest things.
I wish when I was bringing up my children that they had this, how they have it, the nurse that comes out and she teaches you how to breastfeed and look after the baby. You think that they would enforce something on psychology when it comes to bringing and rearing up children and talking about your traumas and making sure that it doesn't get, and just being aware about it. Not that you want to get them to do something about it, but just being aware about it would be a very helpful thing. The nurses never talk that much about that trauma that could come across. How your parents did this, so we don't do it this way. And if it is something to consider of culture and of religion, but it's something that it could be addressed so that the new parents would know, like, oh, okay, so be a bit more open-minded so that we don't inadvertently hurt the child and ourselves because we're having high expectations. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you opened up another big question about, how the religion and cultural upbringing as well, just really makes it difficult or challenging for parents of their parents, just to somehow to become this new version of the parent. They still want to be a good child to their parents, but also somehow bring up the new version, upgraded, I would say, to their own children. And as you said, it's been developing over the last probably 15 years when it's really normalized to have that support, not to judge when people say, yes, I did experience trauma, and I do need some help or support, really. So yes, it is a lot of that in that. And then trauma, it just goes in circles. And unfortunately, I see there are lots of cultural backgrounds now in the clinic settings, and people start bringing their kids because they just realize, okay, I don't know what to do. We don't know what we don't know. And that support really builds that bridge, and the parents just feel that there's nothing wrong with me or my child. I'm just really learning how to live. And that's about evolvement. And I'm glad to be here because we are evolving, and just maybe in 10 years it'll be something even more evolved.
Absolutely. I love that. It does paint a better picture, and I love how your take comes into play. I have a question. As a psychologist, as a host of a Psychologist of Us, which is your TV show, guys, if you haven't connected with Veronika, please do. She's got a lovely TV show. Her link is in the bio, so go down and have a look and click on and say hi. You explore identity and transformation. How do you see trauma shaping your stories and the people that themselves about who they are,
Well, I probably would just take the angle of trauma and identity. And the thing is, thank you very much for mentioning that my show is interesting, and I'd love to see people hi. And your episode was very valuable to the audience. So I had very good feedback about your story. So thank you very much. But what I'm trying to say about trauma is, again, the trauma forms us or forms something, the values, the beliefs we have, which in its turn forms identity. And so trauma happened, but the identity, like it just follows us forever. Let's say I'm not good enough, or I can't do that. Some limitations, we bring that forward. We sometimes bring also the benefits from that trauma. But really, it depends on the person. But mostly trauma creates something when a person starts behaving or acting from the space of fear or space of not trusting themselves. And they just really go and pick and collect the experiences confirming that belief about themselves. And that's just really becomes very challenging for me to focus or broaden their horizons on something else, on opportunities and possibilities for them.
No, it was very I loved being on your TV show. It was an amazing experience. You made it warm and welcome, so easy to be there and talk to you, and to be on TV was a very I'm really grateful, really truly grateful for meeting a person like you. Very inspiring. I have one more question. So last one. For entrepreneurs who are out there, who often grapple with failure and uncertainty, how can they apply trauma-informed strategies to foster longer-term emotional well-being? They can then have better leadership in their leadership journey, and so on and so forth.
Okay, that's another big question. And so entrepreneurs, and you said in your question really that they do have to grasp risk, uncertainty, and that builds the profile of the person who would go for entrepreneurship in the first place. So not every person built for that, and that's why we try to, for example, uncover. If I speak with an entrepreneur, usually there would be some trauma that really, inspired them, to make themselves out there, something out there, and that's often externalized. However, the next stage for that entrepreneur is connecting with other people, because once they build that bridge between internal development and growth with the external, and I wouldn't be afraid of that word, validation and acknowledgement and connection, then it's really magic happens. And that's where for entrepreneurs, answering your question, for learned long-term success is where you work on your own nervous system, when you work on your own evolvement and development, and that your business really reflects that. And you probably wouldn't know that businesses who are in their business for 5 to 10 years, you would see people do evolve. And if they don't, that's where we hear all the stats that businesses stop, they fail within the first 12 months or 3 years, that kind of, because it's very similar to relationship crises as well. And that's for long term, we do need to build that connection with self and respond to the new challenges. Yes, there are. in order to overcome them, we need to upgrade our nervous system. And why I keep talking about nervous system, very often cognitive understanding, let's say I know what to do, I know how to be, but I'm not doing this. Because there's dissonance between I know everything here, executive function working, but my nervous system doesn't respond. It's probably, I would give example when people stay in toxic relationship for a very long time, because with their head they understand, well, I need to go, I need to leave. But their body or nervous system, it doesn't know any difference. So it's just really operates from fear. When this is ready, but the body is not. And same with addictions, quitting smoking and stuff. So here is the same. We need to upgrade internally, nervous system, so it follows our cognitive planning. I know as an entrepreneur, you would be planning, all right, I want to do my next step. My next step is this, that. So with nervous system has to build up with that.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I was trying to start my YouTube channel the 1st of January. I procrastinated the whole month of January. And finally, right at the butt end, I'm like, no, and just did one on the 1st. So I was like, okay, we did it. So it's like the hardest thing is the first thing. And you are right. I had a bad relationship with a person that I was with, my partner, and business had to crumble, because when you're physically not all in, everything falls apart and you don't have a fail-safe. You can't have that, iron mask where you can hide from, because you haven't built one yet. So when you go through business and life, you tend to be a bit more resilient, and then that mask slowly starts to build, and then your poker face comes in. So no matter what happens in the background, you're still, up and presenting. And that's where some people like that confidence. I just want to quickly touch base on you being an author. Want to quickly jump in and let us know what's all that about?
Well, authoring was before my TV series, and it's really, again, I've been in the field of psychology for close to 20 years now, and so it used to be, I guess, more popular to write the books, and then I was going with the time, and it was in line with the work I was doing. So initially it was to do with the self-development and how to say yes to yourself, to your dreams. So that was my book about say yes to yourself and about identity. Then, as I progressed, it was about for women in business, because women in business, it's slightly different story. And if we just, overlook the gender difference, it's really probably not beneficial for women who would like to, balance that, or I'd say the desire to balance their life between relationship and business. And also, it was about motherhood and something else. So it was a lot to do with psychology and how to overcome every challenge in life, because every phase is responsible for something. So that was my authoring. But I was about to ask you a question as well when you said that the whole month you were procrastinating and your nervous system was resisting starting your channel. And again, there are characteristics for putting yourself out there, for speaking about your mind to the wider audience and being ready for any feedback. So that month you procrastinated, but then you said, okay, I decided to do it. I was wondering, it would be very valuable, I guess, for your audience to know what was the pivot point that you did say, no, I'm doing it.
Well, I like pushing my boundaries, because confidence is something that I harp a lot about. But I'm thinking, well, if I don't do this, what have I got to lose? I've got a potential, but really I've got nothing to lose. So I've got all to gain. So I thought, well, do I want to take the risk of not gaining something, whether, pushing a boundary, getting into a new platform? I'm like, this is kind of like what my kids would do on a 24/7 with the gaming and stuff. I'm like, oh, it just got me going back and forth. But I just literally said, look, I'm just going to go out there. I'm just going to make a lot of mistakes. I'm just going to do it. At least I got one in. So I did one, And I thought, oh, this feels good. I did 2, and then I did a 3rd one. Okay, that's enough. Hold up. But it's just that first step, that initial first step.
Yes.
It is so difficult in your mind and your body. Like you said, the disconnection with both is very important to like take a deep breath in, believe in you, and then just do it. Just do it, and it doesn't matter the outcome. You have supporting people around you that will support you. You just need to do it, put it out there, and just say, hey, I'm trying. You know,
Yes.
what else can you do? You know,
You're doing well. So you did. You said to yourself that there is nothing to lose for me, and your kids were example with their gaming as well. Sometimes inspiration is much closer than we think.
Yes.
And yes, and then your nervous system was just caught up very quickly after 2-3 times being out there. It's like, oh well, it's actually not that scary. It's nothing. Nobody ate me yet. So.
Yeah, I was like the other end of the screen, the person you don't know. All you can do is just put yourself out there, be authentically you, be a clown if you have to, but bring it back to center of what the purpose was. That's all. At the end of the day, no one can steal the inner sanctum of you, and no one can push you or pull you, provided you give them permission. So, but Veronika, thank you for coming on. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on, and appreciate you and your words of wisdom. Guys, if you would like to catch up with this lovely lady, she is on the links below. Please go in and click on and say hi, and please get her book. She will send, I have all the links down below, so go ahead, get that, and we will see you sometime soon. I just love your work and being on your TV show. And if you want to be on a TV show, hook me up. I'll get you a session with this lovely lady.
I'll look forward to that. Thank you very much.
Bye.